Check, check, check. All right, Khushrav, up to you.
Good evening, everyone. So some of the poems I'm going to read tonight, I've broken it into sets which follow a common narrative theme. So the first set, or the first narrative theme, sorry, excuse me. Okay, that's fine. It starts with this line: to the people I have known and memories felt. So this is the first poem, to a friend, 18. I have found a poem to your name. While it is said, a name is the archetype of a thing. Are you then that Delphic voice whose mystery sounds in the lost fields of heaven and its symbols? So just to give you a little background on this poem, the friend I wrote it for, her name's Sibyl. And Sibyl is a prophetess or an oracle as in ancient Greece. So, which is why you have the line, "Are you then the Delphic voice?" Second one. It broke me more than I realized, and sitting here tonight, I know now that riven, bleeding sword cannot be made whole. Fate, not reversed, yet again is onward against the desperate tides of men. So third one, this one describes part of a woman that is most intimate, the woman entire. For me, sweet light, the woman entire, rests in the curve of her waist, the delight of my hand's place. This one is called the law of no regret. Light cannot be shattered, shadow cannot be unbound. Some things are not forgiven, some things are not remade. It is good to remember the sanctity in all things, broken and whole. This next one is called The Leaving. It is about partings, and about partings that sometimes can be nice also. There is nothing in the betweens of our spinning worlds, or in those moments we stretch from existence to an end, there are only hollows. We have departed the field once filled by our bodies. In that wanders only the memory that wanes. Better to forget it ever was. The skies have opened for us, my love. The next set, it dwells on memory and the horror of memory. So it starts with, I am memory and invoked haunting. Memory and longing, 13. So come now to the end of all things, our plans and universe shattered by hollow circumstance. Lost are we, the children of love, in its wild undergrowth, for wisdom sat on a breeze. Our journey's end is folly and dust, scented by the linger of doubt. So come now to a flight of sorrows, whose many paths by dusk roost in grief. This one is a little more extreme, a little more hate-filled. I hope you feel hell, bitch, the same hell and Satan's I visited, the same cold beds you dragged me through. I hope you feel hell. I hope it blankets your soul and all your senses scream for a breath of sanity. I hope hell visits when you're not looking. This is Memory and Longing, 10. To my wild tempest we bring rain, the fierce winds, and a darkening sun to this vile body, yet ours remains in attraction, violent, hungry, and strong. The next one, Dread, 14. Sometimes the anger, sometimes bile, they rise with the high tide and a dark moon, both bitter to the mouth. This is a set of 6 poems, written separately but meant to be read together. Look away when I am gone, you could not see me when I was there. regret the moments lost. Lost they are and have laid you bare. Third one. Sing for me no song, my ears deaf and I gone. Fourth. See the light for what it is, from the darkness born. Fifth one. Fear rightly, for your trespasses the scales shall fall. Sixth. At the end of it I shall be, scaled and all. So this is a poem called Your Name Shall Be Broken. It actually takes inspiration from another poet, Argentinian poet called Borges. There's a poem he wrote called The Golem, which describes the power behind a name, a name in anything. So I'm just going to read the first 4 lines of that poem and then take you into what I've written. If as the Greek maintains in the Cratylus, a name is the archetype of a thing, the rose is in the letters that spell rose, and the Nile entire resounds in its name's ring. So essentially talking about the magical power that resides in a name, and this takes me to the poem. Your name shall be broken. I shall scatter the weight of your name into the pilings of the wharf, and the refuse of the ever-moving sea shall rend and return it to the loam of its beginnings, and there will you remain, unrecognized and disfigured. The bane of men. For time and time's sake alone do we rush to our fated ends. Man, so tender and weak, summer lightning brief, in the face of his vain pursuit to glorious, poignant fruit. This one is called Chimeras. Lost in my dream, time has no mooring, in this bog, in this night, in this old haunt of mirrors and reconstructions. Our pitiless chimeras howl, calling to the dusk in emperors that reside in every man's soul. So I think I'll end with these 3 poems over here. The first one is Dread 17. A sullen borderland of tenebrous and livid dreams played out in this museum of flesh and cerebral preserve. Death 2. At the end, when no more is time, or the wheeling specks of bird and sky, then mud and worm claim this dead eye. This is the last one. What I am. I am not a man, I am an act in moments, random. I am not a man, I am time in a body. I am not a man, I am thought, unsaid. I am not a man, I am hope, mine. I am not a man, I of a dream, sometimes not mine. I am not a man, I am love. In that, lover, enemy. I am not a man, I am a who, a what, a where, a how, a why. I am a churn in this cloth of salt and blood. I am not a man, I am not a man, no, I am something else. Beyond this I am. Thank you.